I am Elena, and I will be presenting over Chapter 12, Lesbian, Gay, and Bisexual Americans, and then specifically the section 440 to 450. So there are a couple different gay liberation movements that this chapter touches on, and so those include the time periods pre-Stonewall, Stonewall, and post-Stonewall. So first, the pre-Stonewall time period was in the 1950s. Social change was necessary as gay culture increased, which is what caused this time period. So there are two different groups, the Mattachine Society and the Daughters of Bilitis. So first, the Mattachine Society started from men wanting to educate the public about gay men. They advocated for all, but they mainly consisted of white men. And so here's a picture of the group, the Mattachine Society, and you can see it's mostly of men, but there are some women protesting as well. And then the sign says, "It's time, National Task Force." The other group was the Daughters of Bilitis. There was a social class divide between elite educated women and working class lesbians. They wanted to create a space like where married women interacted. So they basically started their group because they wanted a good hangout space where they felt like normal humans in society, like what other straight women had. So the next time period is the Stonewall period. So there was a Stonewall Rebellion, which was a 1969 police raid on the Stonewall Inn, which is a bar in Greenwich Village, New York City. So finally, the gay community fights back. They would no longer tolerate police harassment and mistreatment. This rebellion included blacks, Latinos, and the working class. So this rebellion didn't fit the profile the organizations tried to promote. So normally the people would be educated, successful, and so-called normal. But instead, this rebellion consisted of drag queens. So the signs say, "Stonewall means fight back, smash gay oppression." And this says, "Did you choose your sexuality?" And then 3 million homosexuals demand justice. So the post-Stonewall time period was in the 1970s. The anniversary march to honor the Stonewall Rebellion took place in 1970, so the first anniversary march. And then this later became known as the annual Gay Pride Parade. So during this time period, the Gay Liberation Front and gay activist alliance groups formed. This time period consisted of a spread of gay organizations. So there were now gay choruses, gay or gay-friendly churches, which is this top left picture. The flag is a rainbow flag, and it says "All are welcome." And a lot of the gay-friendly or gay churches had rainbow flags on the outside to inform everyone, or hanging on the inside of the church, a big flag. And there were also gay or feminist bookstores. So this is a gay bookstore, and it's called Gay's the Word. Then also during this time period, there were a lot of political milestones reached, including there being an openly lesbian Massachusetts House Representative, another on the Ann Arbor Council, and an openly gay city supervisor in San Francisco. So a lot of changes for the gay community during this time period. And then I included this slide full of gay pride pictures, or the Gay Pride Parade pictures, because the parade is something I was aware of, and I'm sure a lot of other people are. And I just wanted to show how everyone really came together, and the parade was so full of color and people just being proud of who they are. So you see the word pride a lot, and a lot of rainbow flags, a ton of people gathered, which I think is awesome. And then the sign on the left says, "Oh my, I'm bi." And the other sign says, "Oh yay, I'm gay." So everyone really just showed their pride for being who they are. So the post-Stonewall time period continued. So there were a couple different things that occurred on a timeline. So the dates aren't really important, but I just figured I'd include them. During 1977 to 78, the White House held the first meeting with gay leaders, and the Gay Rights National Lobby was founded. And then in the 1980s, National Coming Out Day was formed, and that is still around today, and it's on October 11th. During the 1990s, MTV's The Real World featured a gay cast member, which I was going to include a picture of, but the internet had a couple different people that were supposedly the first, so I wasn't sure which one, so I did not include a picture. But I did include a picture of Ellen DeGeneres as she came out in the 90s, which was a big deal for someone to come out in Hollywood like that with such high status. So other topics within the gay community is same-sex marriage. So it did not get set into law in all 50 states until 2015. So a couple states were the first ones to set it in law, Iowa being one of them, which I thought is interesting because I am from Iowa. And so, but I just included this statistic that all 50 states were set into law in 2015. So this sign says liberty and justice for all, which I think is very important as the gay community protested for more than just themselves. They wanted equality for everyone. And then of course these signs say marry who you love. And then I thought this flag was cute, so I included that. Love is love. So after these people were allowed to marry, they still didn't have total equality with other straight married couples. So those other couples would normally have parental rights to children born or adopted, federal tax benefits, immigration privileges, etc. But not these gay couples who would marry did not necessarily have those same rights. And also, no church could be forced to perform marriage ceremonies due to the separation of church and state in law. So even though it was legal